All right, good morning guys. Today we're going to be moving the prairie dogs into their new enclosure. So it is all built out and the construction part is done. Right now I'm just adding some dirt in so we can level it out, and then it'll be time to decorate and then move in. And so if you've never seen our channel and you didn't see our updates on this before, this is the prairie dog enclosure. And so we have a gazebo built on the top and then wired around all the edges, and then the ground is actually a cattle trough or a horse trough. And so this is 8 feet around, which is why it's kind of bowed out and awkward, because we're putting a square on top of a circle, so it's a little awkward, but we made it work, you know. So this goes out, I think, about 2.5 feet deep into the ground, and so this will allow the prairie dogs to be able to dig and make burrows and have fun without, you know, obviously getting out, right? So this is pretty darn cool. As far as I can tell, this should do the job pretty well. And I mean, we're gonna find out today. You know, we're gonna put them in here. We're gonna have to monitor them for a while and make sure they're not finding any gaps that we may have missed. But seems pretty good so far. We're pretty excited about it. So prairie dogs are really cute little critters, and a lot of people get them thinking they're gonna make a good pet. And just like most exotic wildlife, they don't. You know, we say this all the time, we do not ever endorse exotic animals as pets for anybody, because they're wild animals. They're not domesticated like Bambi over here, okay? And so they cause a lot of issues. So like one of our prairie dogs, Harvey, he was actually, we caught him running around down in Hialeah, and whether he escaped or was dumped or whatever, we don't really know, but he was out there running around in the wild, and they are not native to Florida. So that's why it's really important that we make this enclosure escape proof, because they're really good at that.
My best friend, when I lived in New York, she had a prairie dog, and it only lasted for about a year, just because she was a really bad pet. She would tear everything up. I mean, most people keep them in ferret cages. That's like pretty standard, which, I mean, they like to burrow, they like to dig, so we're really happy that we can do something like this for them. But yeah, I mean, it's never an animal I would choose personally to have as a pet.
Well, exactly. So that's a point I like to make too, is a lot of people are like, yeah, but you have them. Why can you have them? We can't. I'm like, because we run an animal rescue, and none of these animals are pets.
And we know that they're not pets.
What's that?
We know that they're not pets. Like, we know what to expect for them, you know?
And we don't ever consider them as pets. You know, this is an exotic animal rescue. These are not pets to us. These are animals that we take care of, that we work with. And because I mean, we get a lot of comments like that, you know. It might sound silly to like some of our viewers, but a lot of people are like, well, why do you think you're special and you can do this and I can't? I'm like, because I've spent my entire life working with exotic animals and I know how to do it.
We've dedicated our life to this, so you know, we do know what we're doing, believe it or not. You can really see it from this angle that it's a little bowed out. It's totally secure. This is just because the wire needed to attach to the cattle trough, and they don't make cattle troughs in squares, so it's like a beautiful square enclosure on top of a circle, so that's why it's bowed out, but totally structurally sound. And I mean, it's a beautiful enclosure. I'm really happy with how this came out, and I really think that the prairie dogs are going to be happy as well.
So the prairie dogs are all spayed and neutered. We don't want them to be able to reproduce as a rescue. We're not trying to breed them or anything like that. And just about everything that we can spay and neuter here, we do. Obviously, we can't do that with the birds or the alligators. That is not a thing. But with the animals that we can, we do that. We're not trying to breed anything. All right, so we just cut this. This was one from the gator pond dig that got knocked down. So we just cut this one out from the pile and trying to roll it as far as we can over the prairie dogs. Is obviously very heavy.
Carrying it was very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, is this as far as we can roll it? I can help you. There you go. It's like croc fit, right?
You're sweating?
You're sweating.
All right, so this is 4 loads of dirt later. We just keep on adding it, spreading it out, packing it down, and it's gonna end up compressing anyways. And we also cut all these logs right here. So we're gonna cut some of those guys up and try to make some little cute little things for them to climb on in there.
We're using a lot of the trees that were unfortunately like cut down when we were building. We've been saving like all of the really big trees, but unfortunately some of the smaller guys, when we're digging ponds and stuff, it's kind of inevitable, but we're gonna use them for enrichment.
These are all laurel oaks, or water oaks as they're called around here, and they're a danger. Like, they are a liability. These oaks, actually it's what this one is right next to us too. So what we mainly have around this area are live oaks and then these laurel oaks, and the laurel oaks are really prone to getting a infection on the inside of the wood, which I think you could even see on one of these. But yeah, so they're really prone to that, and then they will just collapse and they break in storms and they fall down. They can break enclosures, break your house, stuff like that. So they're pretty notorious for falling in storms and causing problems.
So luckily we have mostly the live oaks, like Chris was saying.
Yeah, we got a lot of live oaks, thankfully, and we're not touching a single one of those. But like, I have a friend, he just cut every single laurel oak on his entire property because it's such a liability. Because they look fine, and then one storm and you have this, bam. Yeah. All right, so this will be the first little step, and I want to do like in a line, like they're little stairs. Like maybe do it like, I don't know, a little design or something, but. All right.
It's super cute.
You can hop up on that, and then have another one right here.
Yeah.
Drop him. I gotta dig that one in the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, so we have this pretty much where we want it. We're probably gonna make some tweaks here and there, whatnot, but I think we are ready for move-in. So we'll go ahead and get the prairie dogs. We'll bring them in here. Hi, Poppy.
Look at Harvey. Look at Harvey. He's so happy. Hi, Harv. And there's Cheeky. Look. That's what you wanted, right? That's literally what you just said. That was
the whole point.
Yep. He's like, I just want it where they can stand up and make their little woohoos.
Don't chew on my boot. Oh wow, look at him go.
He's not going to get very far.
He's going.
It is escape proof, Harvey. You are no longer a wild animal. What do you think? What do you think?
All right, so we built this thing to be escape proof, and it's being tested right now.
Wow, Cheeky's really getting it, huh?
Yeah.
But yes, again, the wire is attached to the drum we have here, so totally escape proof. They cannot get out. I think they're having a great time. Wow, Cheeky is, wow.
So Poppy's sitting here enjoying some attention, yeah, making some pets, and the other ones are still exploring and digging and being crazy. All right, so we are so happy. They seem really happy. They're having a great time. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.